Welcome back to Artos Hub, the channel where we bring you the future of cars today. From powerful muscle cars to groundbreaking EVs, we cover every upcoming machine that will dominate the roads. If you're passionate about cars, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss what's next on Artos Hub. Number 1. 2026 Ford Mustang Eleanor 427. When the name Eleanor is spoken among car enthusiasts, it doesn't just reference a vehicle, it invokes a legend. Immortalized by the film Gone in 60 Seconds, Eleanor has been one of the most recognizable Mustangs in pop culture history. Now, in 2026, Ford has done the unthinkable. They've brought back the Eleanor, and not just as a nostalgic limited edition, but as a full-blown modern muscle machine, the 2026 Ford Mustang Eleanor 427. This isn't just a nod to the past, it's a reimagined beast designed for the future. The original Eleanor was based on the 1967 Shelby GT 500 with unique styling that separated it from any other Mustang. Its sloping fastback roofline, aggressive body kit, and iconic silver and black striped paint job became a cult symbol. The 2026 Eleanor 427 carries forward that unmistakable attitude. Ford's design team has blended retro cues with futuristic aerodynamics, producing a car that honors its heritage while looking entirely modern. The exterior is sleek yet muscular. A bold, angular grille dominates the front fascia, framed by sharp LED headlights that mimic the classic quad-light design of the late 60s. The body lines are sculpted for aerodynamics, but deliberately echo Eleanor's fastback heritage. The paint. Still that iconic pepper gray metallic with black racing stripes, a touch that fans demanded Ford preserve. But it isn't just about looks. This is Eleanor built for 2026, a performance monster hiding under its sculpted hood. Why 427? Because Ford has brought back one of the most legendary displacements in Mustang history. While regulations prevent the use of an old-school carbureted 427 big block, Ford has engineered a modern 7.0-liter naturally aspirated V8, enhanced with hybrid electric assist. This combination produces an earth-shattering 780 horsepower and 700 lb-ft of torque, delivered to the rear wheels through a next-gen dual-clutch 8-speed transmission. The hybrid system doesn't exist to make Eleanor eco-friendly. It's tuned for performance. The electric motors provide instant torque fill, eliminating lag, and giving Eleanor a neck-snapping launch off the line. Official tests show the car hitting 0-60 mph in just 2.9 seconds and blasting through the quarter mile in under 10.8 seconds. For a car inspired by a cinematic getaway vehicle, those numbers feel right at home. Ford engineers knew that bringing Eleanor back meant more than just raw horsepower. They've reworked the chassis with adaptive magnetic suspension, a wider track, and massive 20-inch forged alloy wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. Brembo carbon ceramic brakes ensure the car can stop as fiercely as it accelerates. Perhaps most importantly, Ford has given Eleanor 3 unique drive modes. Classic mode restricts the hybrid system, mimicking the raw feel of a 1967 Shelby. Track mode maximizes hybrid torque, stiffens suspension, and opens up the active exhaust for a thunderous roar. Stealth mode allows for near-silent all-electric operation up to 30 miles, perfect for the ultimate cinematic getaway. Yes, Eleanor can now creep away in silence before unleashing her fury on the open road. Slide into the cabin, and you're greeted by a blend of retro charm and modern luxury. The dashboard layout is inspired by the original fastback Mustangs, but digitized with dual high-resolution displays. The steering wheel is a flat-bottom design wrapped in Alcantara, with Eleanor's name engraved into the center plate. The seats are hand-stitched leather Recaros, offering both comfort and track-ready bolstering. Ambient lighting pulses softly along the door panels, matching the signature racing stripes. The center console houses a short-throw shifter, flanked by brushed aluminum switches styled after aircraft toggles, a direct nod to Eleanor's cinematic past. Technology hasn't been forgotten. A full AI-driven infotainment system supports over-the-air updates, while Ford's latest autonomous driving suite provides Level 3 hands-free cruising. But make no mistake, this car wants you behind the wheel, not the computer. Ford isn't positioning the Eleanor 427 as just another Mustang trim. This is a story-driven car, designed to appeal to enthusiasts who value history as much as horsepower. Limited to just 4,270 units globally, each Eleanor comes with a serialized plaque, exclusive ownership experience, and even a tie-in with Hollywood. Owners will receive VIP passes to Eleanor-themed driving events, complete with cinematic recreations of iconic chase scenes. Eleanor's rebirth is also Ford's way of bridging generations. The brand knows the Mustang has always been more than just a car. It's a cultural icon. By reviving Eleanor, they're bringing together fans of classic muscle cars and modern performance enthusiasts under one roof. Performance numbers that stun. Engine, 7.0L V8 with hybrid assist. Horsepower, 780 HP. Torque, 700 lb-ft. 0-60 mF, 2.9 seconds. Top speed, 212 mph. Quarter mile, 10.8 seconds. Electric-only range, 30 miles. These numbers make Eleanor not just a nostalgia trip, but a legitimate contender against hypercars in its class. Yet unlike many modern exotics, Eleanor retains that raw, visceral personality that muscle cars are known for. One of the most memorable aspects of Eleanor was always her sound. Ford has worked tirelessly to replicate and enhance that iconic growl. Using active exhaust valves and custom-tuned resonators, the Eleanor 427 produces a throaty V8 roar under acceleration, but with the added fury of hybrid torque. It's a sound engineered to send chills down the spine of anyone within earshot. Ford has confirmed the Eleanor 427 will start at around $180,000, placing it firmly in the high-performance luxury market. While this price tag might seem steep for a Mustang, it reflects the car's exclusivity, engineering, and cultural significance. Buyers aren't just purchasing a vehicle, they're buying into a piece of history reimagined. In a world shifting rapidly toward EVs and silent autonomous pods, the Eleanor 427 stands as a bold statement. It's Ford saying, "We haven't forgotten what driving is supposed to feel like." This car isn't about efficiency, regulations, or practicality. It's about passion, nostalgia, and pure adrenaline. For enthusiasts, Eleanor is more than a car. It's a symbol. And in 2026, that symbol has been reborn with more power, style, and story than ever before. Number 2, 2026 Ford Mustang Fastback. Few silhouettes in automotive history are as instantly recognizable as the Mustang Fastback. From the late 1960s through the early 1970s, the Fastback became a symbol of American freedom, youth culture, and raw performance. Its long hood, sweeping roofline, and aggressive stance carved a permanent place in the Muscle Car Hall of Fame. In 2026, Ford has taken that classic form and reimagined it for the modern era, delivering a machine that respects its roots while embracing cutting-edge technology. The 2026 Ford Mustang Fastback. This isn't a tribute car. It's the revival of a legend, updated for today's drivers and tomorrow's roads. The Fastback's biggest asset has always been its shape, and Ford has ensured that the 2026 version retains the DNA that made it iconic. The car sits low and wide, with a long, sculpted hood and the signature Fastback roofline that flows seamlessly into the rear deck. At the front, a modernized hexagonal grille takes inspiration from the 1969 Mach 1, flanked by sleek tri-bar LED headlights that pulse when you approach the vehicle. The hood scoop is functional, channeling air into the high-performance engine beneath. Along the sides, muscular fender arches give the car a planted stance, while subtle character lines add aerodynamic efficiency. The rear features sequential LED taillights and a gloss black spoiler that integrates with the roofline's flow, a perfect homage to the Fastback's heritage. The dual exhaust tips, still loud, still proud, but now engineered with active valves to produce a growl that ranges from stealthy purr to thunderous roar depending on driving mode. Under the hood, the 2026 Fastback is offered in two versions, both thrilling in their own way. 1. Standard Fastback GT, a 5.0L twin-turbocharged V8 producing 610 horsepower and 590 lb-ft of torque. Paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic or an optional 6-speed manual for purists. 2. Fastback Performance Hybrid, a 3.5L twin-turbo V6 hybrid making a combined 680 horsepower. Electric motors provide instant torque and up to 35 miles of all-electric driving for city use. Both trims send power to the rear wheels by default, though an optional advanced all-wheel drive system with torque vectoring is available, making the Fastback not just a drag strip weapon, but also a track day machine. Performance numbers are staggering. 0-60 mapped, 3.2 seconds, V8, 3.0 seconds, hybrid. Top speed, 205 mph, quarter mile, 11.0 seconds flat. In other words, the Fastback of 2026 can run with Europe's finest supercars, while still looking and feeling like a true American muscle car. The 2026 Fastback doesn't just go in a straight line. Built on Ford's next-generation performance platform, it features adaptive magnetic ride control, lightweight aluminum body panels for improved agility, 21-inch forged alloy wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot sport tires, Brembo 6-piston carbon ceramic brakes. Driving modes include Eco, Sport, Track, and Drag, each altering suspension, throttle, and exhaust dynamics. Ford even included a Classic mode, which limits electronic intervention and tunes throttle response to mimic the raw, analog feel of a late 60s Fastback. Step inside the cabin and the nostalgia continues, but this time wrapped in futuristic luxury. The interior layout mirrors the dual cockpit design of classic Mustangs, but updated with digital interfaces. A 14-inch curved driver display provides performance data, while a 12-inch center infotainment screen supports wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, and Ford's AI-powered assistant. The materials are top-notch: hand-stitched leather, brushed aluminum, and optional carbon fiber inserts. Seats are performance-oriented Recaros with integrated cooling and heating, designed to hold you firmly during spirited drives, but comfortable enough for long-distance cruising. In true Mustang tradition, personalization is key. Buyers can choose from over 12 interior color packages, with themes inspired by legendary Mustang trims like the Mach 1, Boss 302, and Shelby editions. Ford has been careful with the technology in the 2026 Fastback. They've included advanced safety features like adaptive cruise control, lane centering, and blind spot monitoring, but the soul of the car remains manual and driver-focused. One standout feature is the driver emotion system, which adjusts cabin lighting, exhaust note, and even digital gauge cluster themes based on how aggressively you drive. Step hard on the gas, and the car responds not only with performance, but with a cockpit experience that makes you feel like you're in a fighter jet. The 2026 Fastback isn't just for baby boomers who remember the golden era of muscle cars. It's built to connect with a younger generation too. With hybrid options, connected infotainment, and sustainable materials in the interior, Ford ensures the Fastback feels relevant to modern buyers without diluting its heritage. Even the sound system is something special. Partnering with Bang & Olufsen, Ford has equipped the Fastback with a 1,200-watt 14-speaker system, tuned specifically for the acoustics of its cabin. Whether you want to blast classic rock or modern EDM, the sound quality is breathtaking. Bringing back the Fastback wasn't just about nostalgia. It's about reclaiming Mustang's place as a cultural icon. While the Mustang GT and Shelby models have always captured attention, the Fastback has a unique aura. It's the car that turns heads before the engine even starts. Ford understands that heritage matters. That's why they've limited the 2026 Mustang Fastback to 10,000 units worldwide, ensuring exclusivity while keeping demand high. Each car comes with a special owner's package, including a commemorative Fastback history book, factory tour invitation, and a certificate signed by the lead design team. Engine options. 5.0L twin-turbo V8, 3.5L hybrid V6. Horsepower, 610 HP, V8, 680 HP, hybrid. Torque, 590 lb-ft, V8, 650 lb-ft, hybrid. 0-60 mph, 3.0, 3.2 seconds. Top speed, 205 mph. Transmission, 7-speed dual clutch or 6-speed manual. Drive, RWD standard, AWD optional. The base Fastback V8 will start around $75,000, while the hybrid performance model will be closer to $95,000. This puts it head-to-head with cars like the Dodge Challenger E-Muscle, Chevy Camaro ZL1 Hybrid, and even European performance coupes. But the Mustang Fastback has one thing those cars can't replicate: a legendary name and timeless design that's instantly recognizable anywhere in the world. In 2026, cars are becoming smarter, cleaner, and more autonomous. But the Fastback proves that performance cars can evolve without losing their soul. It's a bridge between generations, a car that reminds us why we fell in love with driving while still being ready for the demands of the future. For many enthusiasts, the Fastback will be the ultimate Mustang to own. It represents heritage, power, and innovation in one unforgettable package. Number 3. 2026 Ford Mustang GT. When you think about American performance cars, one name has stood tall across decades: the Mustang GT. Since its debut, the GT badge has represented raw power, thrilling acceleration, and everyday usability rolled into one irresistible package. For 2026, Ford has reimagined the Mustang GT not as just another trim in the lineup, but as the heart and soul of the Mustang family, carrying forward its muscle car roots while adapting to the future of driving. The 2026 Mustang GT represents balance. It doesn't go overboard with extreme design like the Shelby GT 500, nor does it chase niche status like the Eleanor 427 or Mustang pickup. Instead, the GT is designed to be the car that blends heritage and modernity, raw power and everyday drivability, muscle and sophistication. It is the car for the purist, the one that sits right at the crossroads of performance and accessibility. At first glance, the 2026 Mustang GT looks unmistakably like a Mustang. The long hood, short rear deck, and aggressive stance are all there. But look closer and you'll see the refinements that make this generation special. The front fascia now integrates adaptive LED lighting with sequential indicators, designed with sharper edges to give a more athletic look. The grille carries forward the iconic pony emblem, but the air intakes are larger and more functional than ever, helping with cooling for the powerful engine hidden beneath the hood. The side profile is classic Mustang: muscular fenders, sculpted body lines, and a fastback roofline, but with cleaner surfaces and aerodynamic tweaks to reduce drag. Around back, the tri-bar taillights remain, glowing with signature Mustang drama, but now with 3D depth that makes them look like fiery pillars. The GT rides on new 20-inch forged alloy wheels with a design inspired by racing alloys of the 1970s. Combined with wider tires, the stance is aggressive, almost daring the road ahead. The soul of the 2026 Mustang GT is its engine. Ford understands that Mustang purists demand the visceral growl of a V8, and they've delivered. Under the hood lies a 5.0-liter Coyote V8, further enhanced with dual-injection technology and lightweight internals. The result? A staggering 520 horsepower and 460 lb-ft of torque. Paired with either a 6-speed manual transmission with rev-matching technology or a 10-speed automatic with paddle shifters, the GT delivers blistering acceleration. Expect 0-60 mph in 3.9 seconds, putting it in the territory of much more expensive European sports cars. Ford also offers an optional hybrid assist package, adding electric torque at low RPMs to improve responsiveness while reducing emissions. This doesn't dilute the GT's character. Instead, it makes it sharper, smarter, and future-ready. And then there's the exhaust note. The GT's active valve exhaust system allows drivers to choose between multiple sound profiles, from quiet start for sneaking out of the driveway, to track mode, which unleashes a thunderous roar that sends shivers down your spine. Performance is not just about straight-line speed, it's about control. The 2026 GT comes standard with independent rear suspension, adaptive Magnaride dampers, and a limited slip differential. Together, these systems give the GT exceptional handling balance. Whether you're on a winding canyon road, a racetrack, or just cruising down the highway, the GT feels composed yet alive. Steering is precise, offering more feedback than most modern performance cars, while the suspension adapts in milliseconds to changing road conditions. Modes like normal, sport, track, drag, and snow wet give drivers the ability to fine-tune throttle response, transmission behavior, and steering weight. It's the kind of flexibility that makes the Mustang GT a true daily driver, comfortable for the commute, ferocious for the weekend. Step inside the 2026 Mustang GT, and you're greeted with a cockpit that blends retro cues with cutting-edge tech. The cabin is wrapped in premium materials, soft leather, brushed aluminum, and optional carbon fiber accents. The flat-bottom steering wheel, with GT badging and tactile paddle shifters, reminds you this is a driver's car. The highlight of the interior is the massive curved digital display that combines the instrument cluster and infotainment system into one seamless panel. The system is powered by Ford's Sync 6.0, offering lightning-fast responsiveness, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, real-time performance data, and over-the-air updates. Recaro sport seats with enhanced bolstering hold you in place during aggressive driving, while still offering ventilation and heating for daily comfort. The rear seats remain usable for shorter trips, though most enthusiasts see them as extra cargo space. Safety isn't ignored either. The GT comes with Ford Co-Pilot 360, offering lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, blind spot detection, and autonomous emergency braking, ensuring performance doesn't compromise security. The Mustang GT has always been the everyman's muscle car, the one that brought speed, style, and excitement to the masses. From the first GT models of the late 1960s to the modern iterations, it has stood as the car that balances affordability and performance better than almost anything else on the market. The 2026 GT continues this legacy while adapting to the future. It honors the Mustang DNA with its V8 power, aggressive styling, and roaring personality, but it also acknowledges the changing automotive landscape with its hybrid assist option and advanced tech. It is not the rarest Mustang in the lineup, nor the most powerful, but it may be the most important one because it represents the car that defines what Mustang means to millions of drivers around the world. In an era where many automakers are abandoning traditional engines in favor of full electrification, the 2026 Mustang GT makes a bold statement. It says there is still a place for high-revving V8s, for manual gearboxes, and for the emotional thrill of driving. At the same time, it bridges the gap between old-school purists and modern enthusiasts by offering hybrid technology and advanced driver assistance. It is a car that doesn't just look to the past, but also embraces the future. If the Eleanor 427 is the Mustang of dreams and the Fastback is the Mustang of nostalgia, then the GT is the Mustang of reality. The one you see on the road, the one you hear growling at a stoplight, the one that keeps the Mustang name alive in every generation. The 2026 Ford Mustang GT is not just a car. It is a statement of identity, a reminder that passion still has a place in the automotive world. For enthusiasts, it's the beating heart of the Mustang lineup. For the industry, it's proof that muscle cars can survive and thrive in the 21st century. Number 4. 2026 Ford Mustang Pickup. Few ideas in the automotive world raise eyebrows quite like the concept of a Mustang pickup. For decades, Mustang fans saw the car as a purebred muscle coupe, an untouchable icon that shouldn't be altered too far from its roots. But Ford has always been a company that thrives on bold moves, from creating the original pony car in 1964 to redefining trucks with the all-electric F-150 Lightning. And now, in 2026, Ford has stunned the industry with the world's first Mustang pickup. This is not just a gimmick. The 2026 Mustang pickup is a fusion of muscle and utility, an experiment that's turning heads and starting conversations. It proves that performance and practicality don't have to live in separate worlds. At first glance, the Mustang pickup looks almost surreal. The front half is unmistakably Mustang, carrying the aggressive design language of the current lineup. The long hood, sharp LED headlights, and iconic pony emblem sit proudly above a wide grille with massive intakes for cooling. From the front, it's pure Mustang muscle. But look further back, and you'll see something radical: a sculpted pickup bed. Unlike traditional pickups, the Mustang pickup bed isn't designed to haul building materials or farm equipment. It's styled for lifestyle and adventure. The short, aerodynamic bed features a carbon fiber reinforced liner, tie-down points, and even hidden compartments for storing gear. Ford designers took inspiration from concept cars of the 1970s, when custom Mustang-based pickups were imagined but never mass-produced. The result is a vehicle that feels both retro-inspired and futuristic at the same time. It stands lower than traditional trucks, but wider, giving it a road presence unlike anything else. Of course, Ford couldn't call it a Mustang without giving it serious performance. The 2026 Mustang pickup comes with two engine options: a 5.0-liter V8, tuned for 480 horsepower and 430 lb-ft of torque, delivering the classic Mustang growl. A 3.5-liter EcoBoost hybrid V6, offering 400 horsepower with additional electric torque assist, balancing performance with efficiency. The pickup uses a reinforced chassis derived from the Mustang GT, with modifications to handle the extended wheelbase and added weight of the pickup bed. Ford engineers work tirelessly to ensure the vehicle still delivers Mustang-like handling. The result is a machine capable of hitting 0-60 mph in under 4.5 seconds, despite its added utility. The Mustang pickup is rear-wheel drive by default, with optional all-wheel drive for those who want maximum traction. Pair it with the available 10-speed automatic or 6-speed manual, and you've got a performance truck that feels more like a muscle car with a bed than a traditional pickup. What sets the Mustang pickup apart is its driving feel. Unlike large, heavy pickups, this vehicle is designed to stay low, wide, and nimble. Thanks to its independent rear suspension and adaptive dampers, it corners like a coupe while maintaining the utility of a truck. Ford also integrated its selectable drive modes, including normal, sport, track, tow haul, and off-road. This makes the Mustang pickup adaptable, whether you're hauling jet skis to the lake, carving through back roads, or just commuting to work. The truck bed adds more than just practicality. It gives the Mustang pickup a new identity. Suddenly, the Mustang isn't just for the weekend drive, it's for road trips, outdoor adventures, and active lifestyles. Inside, the Mustang pickup is pure Mustang at heart. The cabin carries over the same driver-focused layout from the GT, complete with Recaro sport seats, a flat-bottom steering wheel, and a massive curved digital display that merges the instrument cluster with infotainment. But practicality has been cleverly added. The rear of the cabin has slightly more space, with folding seats that can expand storage inside. The truck bed can be accessed via a power rear window, and Ford even included a digital bed view camera so drivers can monitor their cargo in real time. Technology is state-of-the-art, with Sync 6.0, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and customizable driving gauges that display everything from G-forces to towing data. It's a performance truck with brains as well as brawn. The Mustang pickup isn't trying to replace the Mustang GT or Shelby. It's creating its own lane. Ford understands that the modern driver often wants a vehicle that's more than just fast. They want versatility. They want something that can handle both the morning commute and the weekend adventure. This is where the pickup shines. Imagine driving a car that delivers the roar of a Mustang, but also lets you carry camping gear, mountain bikes, or surfboards. It's the Mustang you can take anywhere, not just to the racetrack. And Ford knows this isn't just about the US market. Internationally, lifestyle trucks are booming, from Australia to South America. By creating a Mustang pickup, Ford is opening the brand to new audiences who crave both performance and utility. Some purists will argue that a Mustang pickup is sacrilege, but history tells a different story. Ford has always experimented with Mustang variants, from the Mach-E electric crossover to special edition fastbacks and racing models. The pickup is simply the next evolution in expanding what Mustang can be. In many ways, it echoes the 1960s Ranchero, a car-based truck that was part coupe, part pickup. The Mustang pickup is like a futuristic spiritual successor, but with far more muscle and modern technology. It's a bold experiment that might just redefine how we think about muscle cars. The Mustang pickup isn't just about shock value. It's about expanding what performance cars mean in today's world. It shows that muscle doesn't have to be one-dimensional. It can be fast, practical, and adaptable. By creating a Mustang with a bed, Ford has proven that heritage can evolve. It's risky, yes, but so was the original Mustang in 1964, and that risk created an icon. The pickup carries forward the soul of the Mustang, power, style, and excitement, while adding a layer of practicality that opens it up to an entirely new type of driver. It might not be for everyone, but it doesn't have to be. Like every Mustang before it, the pickup is about freedom of choice and the thrill of the open road. The 2026 Ford Mustang pickup is not just another variant, it's a revolution. By blending the DNA of a muscle car with the utility of a truck, Ford has created a vehicle unlike anything else on the road. It's daring, controversial, and undeniably exciting. For those who want the Mustang spirit but with more versatility, this is the future. It's proof that muscle cars can evolve, adapt, and still thrill in ways we never imagined. Number 5. 2026 Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500. If there is one Mustang that embodies pure adrenaline, one Mustang that commands respect both on the streets and racetracks, it is the Shelby GT 500. Since its introduction in the late 1960s, the GT 500 has been the wildest, most extreme version of Ford's iconic pony car. For 2026, Ford and Shelby have taken that heritage to new heights, building a car that is not just powerful, but borderline unhinged in the best way possible. The 2026 Shelby GT 500 is not simply a Mustang, it is the king of Mustangs. It is built to dominate, engineered to push the limits of what a muscle car can be, and designed to make sure its roar is heard across every continent. The Shelby GT 500 has always been the Mustang that looks the most intimidating, and the 2026 version is no exception. From the moment you lay eyes on it, the car screams performance. The front fascia is dominated by a massive aero-optimized grille with active shutters, flanked by razor-sharp LED headlights that seem to glare at the road ahead. The hood features an enormous functional vent designed to release heat from the supercharged engine beneath, while the sculpted front splitter improves downforce at high speeds. Along the sides, the GT 500's muscular body is enhanced with wide fenders housing 21-inch forged aluminum wheels wrapped in ultra-high-performance tires. Carbon fiber side skirts add strength while shaving weight, giving the car a track-ready stance. The rear is nothing short of dramatic, with a giant carbon fiber wing available in the track package, quad exhaust tips that spit fire when pushed, and the iconic Shelby Cobra badge proudly displayed. Every curve, vent, and angle serves a purpose, whether it's cooling, aerodynamics, or intimidation. This is not a car that blends in. It's a car that announces itself before you even start the engine. At the heart of the 2026 Shelby GT 500 is a reworked version of Ford's supercharged 5.2-liter Predator V8. For this generation, engineers have gone further than ever, pushing the limits of power. The result? An earth-shaking 810 horsepower and 720 lb-ft of torque. The engine is paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, capable of lightning-fast shifts that rival the best exotic supercars. Power is sent to the rear wheels, making every launch an event and every corner a thrill. With launch control engaged, the GT500 rockets from 0-60 mph in just 3.1 seconds, and it doesn't stop pulling until it breaches 200 mph. On the track, it has proven faster than many six-figure European sports cars, which is a statement in itself. The exhaust note is symphonic chaos, a supercharged growl that rises into a banshee wail, one that makes your heart race before you even hit the gas. The 2026 GT500 isn't just about raw power, it's about harnessing that power. Ford Performance and Shelby engineers worked closely to ensure that this car isn't a straight-line monster only, but a true track weapon. The GT500 comes equipped with MagnaRide adaptive suspension, Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, and advanced launch and stability control systems. The chassis has been stiffened with lightweight bracing, while carbon fiber components keep weight down without sacrificing strength. Selectable driving modes, normal, sport, track, drag, and custom, allow drivers to tune the car's behavior to their preference. In track mode, everything sharpens. The throttle becomes razor sensitive, the suspension stiffens, and the steering feedback is immediate. On a winding circuit, the GT500 feels alive, carving corners with precision despite its power. On the drag strip, it's an absolute missile. On the street, it demands attention at every stoplight. Inside, the Shelby GT500 balances race-inspired design with modern luxury. The cabin is driver-focused, with a flat-bottom Alcantara-wrapped steering wheel, Recaro racing seats, and exposed carbon fiber trim. Everything is crafted to keep the driver in control at extreme speeds. The digital instrument cluster displays real-time performance data, including lap times, G-forces, and boost pressure. The center infotainment system runs Sync 6.0, offering wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, and over-the-air updates. Despite its track orientation, the GT500 doesn't sacrifice comfort entirely. Premium sound systems, climate control, and optional leather-trimmed seats allow owners to enjoy the car as a daily driver when they're not pushing it to the limit. The Shelby GT500 carries with it one of the most legendary names in automotive history. Carroll Shelby's vision of taking a Mustang and turning it into a track monster began in the 1960s, and that spirit lives on in every GT500 built. The 2026 model doesn't just honor that legacy, it pushes it forward. By delivering hypercar-level performance at a fraction of the price, the GT500 embodies Shelby's philosophy of accessible performance for enthusiasts. This car isn't just another Mustang, it's the Mustang that defines what the brand can achieve when pushed to its absolute limits. In an era where electrification is taking over, the GT500 makes a statement. There is still room for brutal, supercharged V8s that make the driver feel alive. It is unapologetic in its approach, refusing to be tamed or watered down. At the same time, it is also forward-looking. Its advanced aerodynamics, hybrid-ready platform, and lightweight materials show that it's not stuck in the past. It's preparing for the future of high-performance engineering. The GT500 matters because it proves that American muscle can compete with the world's best supercars, not just in power but in sophistication and capability. The 2026 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 is the crown jewel of the Mustang lineup. It's a car built for thrill seekers, for drivers who crave unfiltered adrenaline, and for enthusiasts who want the most extreme interpretation of a Mustang ever put on the road. It is loud, it is wild, and it is unapologetically American. More than that, it's a car that shows the world that muscle cars aren't going quietly into the night. They're evolving, adapting, and still capable of stealing the spotlight. For those lucky enough to own one, the 2026 Shelby GT500 isn't just a car. It's an experience. It's the ultimate Mustang.